my dudes? Commander Rico here with another episode of my commentary series. This week we've got going, and this week is why we have why we as like Star Wars fans like the Clone Wars so much, and we'll get into it right about now. So I think the main reason why us Star Wars fans love the Clone Wars is so much is because it reminds us of just setting up battles, and it's the biggest feel we have for big pew pew pew. And I feel like the closest we've gotten to that in originals is Rogue One, which is more recent. And when we got the Clone Wars, we had action, we had everyone building these Lego armies and mocks, and we had all this cool stuff going on. And just I think that could be the main reason. I mean, let alone when we first saw the clone troopers, aside from the CGI, now that Battlefront looks better than the prequels. But what I think it is once the Clone Wars came out and we started developing Rex and Cody and Fives and Echo, Boil Waxer, Dogma Top, Jesse Kicks, I could go on forever and ever. 99, of course. Once we started developing all these clones, we started to grow attached to them. And then there were the Lego people, there are the art people that draw them, there are the Instagram people, there are the Daily Tactics people. Star Wars Theory, his whole thing's based off of the prequels. And I just think it is really cool because it's like army. It's like the army men. It's like we got I have an army man here. It's like people love building armies. They like having their stormtroopers, but the stormtroopers never really had a big giant engagement, and not in the originals. And we saw that with the clones, and everyone was everyone thought it was so cool. And even then, when they didn't have personalities, it was cool. But then once they had personalities, and we know that there are faces behind these killing machines that we saw, it really began to draw our emotions, and we really began to enjoy it. And I personally love the Clone Wars, and it's my one of, if not currently, it is my favorite part of Star Wars. I know in my last video I said how the original trilogy is my favorite. It's my favorite movie. The Clone Wars is my favorite sector of everything, because I get the Legos, I get the Daily Tactics, Rico's Brigade. I think if Rico's Brigade wasn't around and Daily Tactics' channel wasn't around, I wasn't watching freaking Clone Wars battles every day, it probably wouldn't be my favorite. Probably the Stormtrooper battles would be my favorite. But here we are. We got Lord Gonk. On top of that, I think the Clone Wars in general was just an amazing series, and I'm hoping they bring it back. I mean, when I say I'm hoping, I know they're bringing it back, but it's only 12 episodes, which, as much as I'm grateful that they're doing anything, it's 12 episodes. It's like finishing season 6. And I know it's finishing off where episode 3 ended, but maybe if, again, this is my cry to all you guys. Go buy that Disney Plus. Go buy it, watch the crud of the Clone Wars, watch it 100 times. I'm sure you'll love it. And then Disney will see, oh crap, that's a lot of people. Okay, cancel Star Wars Resistance. Do more of that, more. Just give them their Clone War crap, I don't know. Have Lego, but give them their 501st Battle Packs, have action figure companies, you do you. Yeah, that's another thing. The advertising when it comes to buying clone battle packs, it's horrible. I've been getting all these traded, and I got bricks and minifigs. That's why I've been getting so much clone stuff recently. Today I just traded with a kid. I got a 501st helmet. Do you know how big of a deal it is to get a 501st helmet? I had to give up 2 stitches for that damn thing. Yeah, yeah. But I think that the clones are just loved so much, and they have cool armor, they have cool personalities, they have cool battling, and it's really interesting to see the idea of a all the same army that are faceless, and yet they still have so much to them, at least in the Clone Wars. If you just watch the movies, no, you're not gonna feel it with the clones. Maybe with Cody, but you're not gonna feel it. You're gonna be, they're just like robots. But if you watch the Clone Wars, you'll understand. And then even Rebels, like with Wolf and Gregor and Rex. And it's really nice just to see, like, it was just confirmed in those Star Wars kids cartoons. I mean, and in Rebels, that Rex went on to be that rebel soldier in Endor. I just think it's amazing how cool stuff like that is. And I don't care what anyone says, but no Marvel army will ever be as cool as the Clone Army. I'm going to make it now. I'm going to make that hashtag. Clones beat Marvel or something. Just make a movement. The clones will always be better than Marvel armies. Marvel armies are kind of crap. They're just random CGI. It's just the clones, there's so much to them, and the Star Wars fans love them because they have every beat that they should hit. It's like, that's why I love having a TV show, where most TV shows, like movies, don't get TV shows. And their mindless CGI armies won't get a personality. Like, I'm trying to think of a CGI army that like we never really cared about, or we saw but never cared about. That was like good guy. Doctor Strange is like at the end of Endgame, they had all Doctor Stranges and the Wakanda dudes. At the end of Black Panther, we saw a bit of them where the guy pretended to slice her throat, but she's still alive. And they're like, oh. We just saw them fighting, like they were just mindless, like, and we never really knew like why they were fighting for who, aside from, oh yes, it's the old king, and it's like, oh yes, but it's the throne, and everyone has two opinions. In the Clone Wars, they have, some of them don't believe in it because of corruption, some of them believe in it because it's due to the Republic. It's just so much, and I love it so much. It's just a great thing. I base my channel mostly around the Clone Wars. I try not to like drift off because I know you guys won't watch it. So that's why I'm projecting yesterday's video won't do well. Because none of you guys want to hear that originals are better. Which I think as movies, they are, personally. Altogether, they are better. But Revenge of the Sith is still my favorite Star Wars movie, I think. Actually, no, I take it back. Empire Strikes Back is. Revenge of the Sith is my second favorite Star Wars movie. Don't ask me my third. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you liked my little TED Talk today, I guess. And yes, this isn't my whole clone army. This is just like 6 of them or 8 of them. So no, this isn't my whole army. But that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.